A girl rescued an elderly man who had fallen in the woods. To her surprise, the old man turned out to be the wealthiest person in the area. Touched by her kindness, he decided to repay her. After recovering from his injuries, he tracked down his grandson, a CEO, and insisted the young man marry her. If he refused, the old man threatened to disinherit him from the company. The CEO immediately rejected the idea, but seeing his grandfather's unwavering determination, he had no choice but to negotiate. They reached an agreement: he would date the girl for 6 months, and if he still didn't have feelings for her after that period, they would divorce. Regardless of the outcome, he would remain the heir to the company. The next day, the CEO showed up at her door with a lawyer and presented her with a contract, asking her to marry him. Seeing this, she immediately assumed it was some kind of elaborate scam and reached for her phone to call the police. The lawyer quickly intervened and showed her his credentials. Seeing that the lawyer's license was legitimate, she stopped doubting their identities. However, she told the CEO she would never marry someone she didn't love and walked away. Determined to fulfill the agreement as quickly as possible, the CEO waited until she got off work and approached her again. He begged her to marry him, explaining that his grandfather had arranged everything. At that moment, she had no idea that the elderly man she had recently rescued was his grandfather. She demanded to meet his grandfather in person. The CEO immediately called his grandfather to arrange a meeting, but to his dismay, his grandfather flat out refused. Left with no alternative, he told her his grandfather couldn't make it. Between his words and his suspicious behavior, she became even more convinced he was a con artist and once again prepared to call the police. Seeing her determination, the CEO had no choice but to pull out his phone, search for information about himself, and show her his identity. Only then did she believe him. He asked what it would take for her to agree to marry him. She replied that she wanted nothing and proceeded to call him out on his real motives for wanting to get married. Hearing this, the CEO was stunned. The two parted on bad terms. Frustrated by her refusal, the CEO arranged to have dinner with his mother to ask for her advice. During the meal, he accidentally spotted the girl having dinner with another man. Furious, he sent his mother away and walked straight over to her table. He announced that he was her fiancé. Her blind date was shocked and quickly left. She demanded to know what exactly he was trying to accomplish. The CEO stated bluntly that he was determined to marry her and would agree to any condition she set. Taking him at his word, she rattled off a long list of demands, including having him provide a school bus for her workplace and improve the school's facilities. The CEO didn't hesitate for a second and agreed to everything. Hearing how readily he accepted all her conditions, she assumed he was just joking around. However, the next day when she arrived at work, she was shocked to discover a brand new school bus parked at the school. The dance studio also had a new wall of mirrors installed. Only then did she realize he had been completely serious.